Hello everybody and welcome back to Final Fantasy VIII. In the last episode we started the game and I explained a bunch of stuff poorly, so in this game let's continue on. Alright, let's talk to our instructor. You haven't been to the fire cavern yet, have you? You won't be able to take part in today's seed exam if you don't pass the prerequisite. I was gonna go this morning, but Cypher... Do you have a good excuse? Not really. Then, let's get going. If you're not too confident yet, you can review your studies at the study panel. I'll be waiting at the front gate, so come down when you're ready. You can access the study panel from your seat. And that is what we have done, so it is not important. I guess I'll talk to some people. I wasn't going to, but there's a ton of people in this game. I may not talk to all of them. Alone with instructor Trep. Trep. I'm gonna go with Trep. Yeah, that was weird. That guy's weird. Should anything happen to Instructor Trep, the trapeze will get you back. Yes, that is these three people, the trapeze. I'm so jealous. Maybe I should take up that subject too. Yeah, that's her, like, fan club. It's kind of weird. So, let's move on. Unfortunately, there's not going to be much in the way of, like, action still in this episode. But that's okay. I'm late! Wah! There. Teehee, I'm fine. Sorry, I was kinda in a hurry. Oh yeah, hey, did you just come from that class? Is homeroom over? Oh no. This place is so much bigger than my last garden. Oh, hey! I just transferred here. Do you think you could give me a quick tour of this garden? You don't have to do this. So you could just say I don't have time. But I'm going to. Sure. Woohoo! Alright, let's go! We'll take the elevator to the first floor lobby and I'll show you the directory. And now we've got random stranger following us. They're not a party member, don't worry. So let's talk to this guy. Oh hey, would you like to have these? My brother gave me these cards, but they're really not my thing. You can have them if you'd like. What? How do you play a card game? I think it'd be best to look at the card game explanation in the tutorial. I don't know much about it, really. If you want to play cards with someone, talk to them by pressing a button. But keep in mind, not everyone is a card player. Oh, and by the way, I don't play, so don't bother challenging me. He received 7 cards. So that gets us started on our card collecting. Like I said, in the first episode, I will not be collecting all of the cards. Mostly because some of them I don't know how to get, and the game itself is kind of hard for me. Especially with some of the rules later in the game. But he gave us these cards. The Geezer, the Funguar, Red Bat, the Gala, the... what is that? Gesper, the one that I'm not even gonna try to pronounce, and the Caterpillar Wannabe. I will play a few games on here to show you what the game's like, and because I really do like it, I'm just not very good at it. So, but we'll get to that later because we really don't have that many good cards. In fact, we don't really have any cards at all. And there are some really good ones later. But anyways, that guy just gives us our first few cards. You have to have, I believe, 5 cards in order to play. So, there you go. That guy gives you enough to play. If you skip him, you will not have those cards. That's the directory. As if I couldn't walk to it myself. Well, this is it. Balam Garden is pretty big. It's a good idea to check where you want to go and select it here. I have a question. How do you use this? Move the cursor and press the button to select. Next, I'll give you a quick explanation of the various facilities. Yes, sir! You'll find the dormitory to the north. Oh, hold on. A majority of the students live in the dorms. There aren't too many students who commute. Yeah, I'm in the dorms too. You can rest and change in there. West of the north block is the cafeteria. There's always a big rush for the hot dogs. You better get used to waiting in line. Got it. East of the north block is the parking lot. We usually take the garden car when a mission comes up. The front gate is located to the south. That's right, I have to go meet Instructor Trep at the front gate. What's the matter? Nothing. Next, we have the quad, located in the west block. There's an event being planned there. I know, it's the Garden Festival. It's going to be great. I'm planning to be on the committee. You want to help too? Let's just continue. South of the west block is the infirmary. This is where you get treated for your injuries, but a lot of students just come here for advice. What's the doctor's name? Dr. Katawaki. It's another name I don't know. Now the East Block. This is the training center. It's the only facility open at night. It's used for training, and they have real monsters running loose here. If you don't take it seriously, you may end up dead. Just be careful. Okay. South of the East Block is the library. There's a lot of material you can look up here, but the terminals in the classrooms are a lot more efficient. And you already know about the classroom on the second floor, right? Yep, I remember that one. By the way, the headmaster's office is located on the 3rd floor. You need permission to get in. Another question, what's the headmaster's name? Headmaster Sid. That's about it. Anything else? Got it. Hey, are you taking today's seat exam? Yeah. Then maybe I'll see you again later. I've already finished my training at my previous garden. I'm taking the seat exam today, too. Good luck to both of us, huh? Thanks a lot. And she leaves, and we get control again. This is a save point. You cannot save anywhere in this game. You have to save at designated save points. Unless you're on the world map, of course, but we'll get to that. I do have a game already started. And I will go over what that game is in a minute. But for now, I'm just going to save it down here. I will be doing a lot of stuff off screen, so that's what that first one is. But that's not important. We could go to all those various places that we just mentioned, but for now, I just want to get outside and get to some training and some gameplay. Could have talked to that guy back there, I guess. I didn't think about it. Let's go talk to this guy. Maybe. Perhaps I should go home this weekend. I really should go visit my parents. That was invigorating. I love talking to people. Alright, so we're gonna head out towards the front gate, but first we're gonna stop at this little pink thing. This is a draw point. Draw points are where you can get magic. And this is a cure draw point. So, since I have draw equipped on Squall, he can draw it. And it will give you, I believe, between like 1 and 9 cure, 1 and 9, whatever it is. I could be wrong about the numbers. But yeah, so we just got some cures, and this gives me a sort of a little chance to show you junctioning magic. It's not going to do much for us because we don't have very much magic, but look at that. Excuse me. If I put the 8 cures on there, it will raise my spirit by 1, bringing it up to 6. From 5, of course. And every magic has its own, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, you can get up to 100 of every magic. You can hold up to 100 of every magic, and I'll go over that more again later as well. But the more of that certain magic you have, the better it will increase your stat that you put it on. So if I had 100 cures, it would raise it more than just up to 6. Which I will be doing eventually. But every different magic, because obviously there's different magic in this game. There's, you know, cure, fire, there's hundreds of magics. I don't remember how many. There's a lot though. And every magic will have a different effect. You know, 8 fires might not raise it up to 6. It might. Well, I mean, I'm sure it would, but I think you kind of get my point here. Again, it's easier just to show you, and I will go over it more when it is easier for me to show you. So we get out here, and this is where we meet up with her. If you did not go to your seat and collect your 2 GFs, she will give them to you right here. So don't worry if you missed them. I have a few things to explain before we head off. GF gives us strength. The stronger the GF, the stronger we become. So here's a brief explanation on junctioning a GF. And this is kind of what I'm going over, so I'm actually just going to skip this. Everything okay up till now? You can always check back by accessing tutorial from the menu. It's really not that complicated. I'm sure I've made it sound complicated, but it's not. Once we get to the fire cavern, I'll explain how to junction magic. Use the command draw during battle and stock magic from your enemies. Be sure to have some stocked. Ready to go? The fire cavern is used for the test. The fire cavern used for the test is located east of here. And now we actually have her in our party. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to junction Quetzalcoatl onto her, and then when she gets magic, we will equip it accordingly. Oops. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to have draw, I'm going to have magic, and item. You will get more things that you can choose from as you learn them. That's really not until later. And then we step out here and we're on to the world map. This is the world map. Unfortunately, if you look at the map, we are on a small island and can't really go anywhere. There are 2 places besides the garden that you can go to. One of them is the fire cavern, which we are supposed to be going to, which is right over there. There it is. You can see it there. Be careful if you're going in the forest, by the way. There is a giant Tyrannosaurus, and he will eat you, and you will die. And I'm not joking. The other place you can go is over there, if you follow the road. That is Balam, the town, not the garden. And this is our first fight. This is a bite bug, I believe, and he is very weak. Squall, you still remember? B6 is the trigger, pull it just as you strike. So, basically what they're saying is, for Squall, and I believe Squall only, you can press, for me it's R1, but whatever button you have press, if you press it at the right time, you'll get a guaranteed critical hit. Right there, I just did 64 damage, and if I do it without a critical hit, that is about 40 damage. So you can get guaranteed if you press the trigger button. It's pretty easy to time. You'll definitely get used to it. It's basically when he raises his sword up, you have to press the button. But it's pretty simple, so you'll get the hang of it if you're trying. He just gave us 1 AP for that battle, and that plays into this. Like I said before, we got 1 out of 30 now, and 1 out of 30. So if we fought 30 of those bite bugs, we will have enough to get our thing. Every enemy gives you a different amount, and there are several different enemies around here. If you're going to do any kind of AP farming right here at the very beginning of the game, you should go onto the beach, because the little fish guys down there give you 3 each. And that's actually pretty good. And I will be doing that. Like I said before, as you level up, the enemies level up, so leveling up is really not the best idea, but I am going to be leveling up, and I'm actually, I'm going to be leveling up accidentally, because what I'm really going to be doing is learning a bunch of skills off screen. So that's what the other game that I had saved is for, because I'm already a good portion of the way through my grinding on that one. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to learn a bunch of stuff for our GFs off screen. You do not need to do this. It's just my playstyle. I like to do this kind of stuff. I actually like grinding. So I will be doing that in between episodes. And I will show you the results on the next episode, of course. And other than that, you don't get gold for winning fights, so it's a little weird. You will have a way to get gold pretty consistently later in the game, but until then, the only way for you to get gold really is to get item drops from enemies and sell it at a store. Like I said, if you follow the road, you'll reach Balam. It's that little port town right there. You can sell it there. And that's like if you need to buy something like potions or Phoenix Downs. The only way to make money really right now is to sell your items. So just keep that in mind if you're going to do any kind of grinding. But again, you don't have to. It's not necessary. You could probably beat this game without any grinding at all. But I like to, so therefore I'm going to. And again, stay out of the forest. I mean, you can go into the forests, but there is a random encounter. I think it's called like a T-Rex or it's basically a T-Rex, a Tyrannosaurus. And he will legitimately kill you very quickly if you don't run from him. So just be careful of that. But other than that, I'll get into another fight before we go, just so you can kind of see what's going on and what I'll be doing a lot. You can draw from enemies, and it's going to give you your options that you can draw, and you can stock it or you can cast it. See, he has fire. And if you stock the other one, this is for your... If you stock it, obviously it's just getting to keep the magic, and if you cast it, it's going to cast it automatically from their stock, not from yours. So they had fire and scan, and basically what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make sure that I have 100 fires, 100 scans, and 100 of everything else that everything around here has to offer, which I believe is Blizzard, Cure, Thunder, Sleep. That might be it. But then I'm going to learn some abilities that will allow me to change fires into Firas, blizzards into Blizzaras, and thunders into Thundaras. And I will be doing that. So I will eventually, the start of next episode, it's going to take me a long time, but you will not really notice because it'll be in between episodes. But I'm going to have 100 of all the magic that I can possibly get at this point through abilities or drawing or whatever it takes. So that's going to take a while, and I've done a lot of it already off screen anyways, so it's not that big a deal. But then when you're done drawing, again, you can only have 100 of each magic, so once you've reached your max, oops, you just you can just kill the enemies. Nothing around here is particularly tough except for that Tyrannosaurus. If you see him, run. There is ways to kill him, but you're probably not going to right away, so just don't bother. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna do a giant, enormous amount of grinding off screen, and like right now, if you look, with explaining and kind of going slow, we were at like 43 minutes already. I'm at 4 hours in my other one, and I'm still not even done, so it's going to take a long time. But again, that will all be off screen, so don't worry about it. But yep, that's gonna do it for this episode, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and goodbye.